So after Mac was done installing, we saw it said system is going to restart, and just leave the computer alone and it will boot up on its own. Don't touch it. It will boot up on its own. After it restarts, let it restart. It's working. So it's going to do its work. We're going to see a whole bunch of text here. Just leave it. Mac is getting set up. It has to do its processes to do its work. Make sure that your USB mouse is still connected, because the trackpad will not be working until we get everything set up. So while this is getting set up, I want to talk about the next steps that are going to be happening in the process. So everything that I'm talking about, a link will be in the description so that you are able to access them files to get everything working on the Hackintosh, because it's going to be some problems with the graphics along with getting the trackpad and Wi-Fi working. But we'll take care of that. And also the audio jack. The audio jack will not work without an external piece. It will sound fuzzy. So you'll get an external piece for under $10. And then you'll have a fully functional Mac on a machine that is faster, portable, and working. So here we see it's booting up. Just give it a minute to do its work. Mac is getting started. And here we have the Mac welcome screen. So here, this part of the process, I'm using my USB mouse still because, look, the touchpad is not working yet. So I have to have a USB mouse, an external mouse that I'm using, because we're going to get that touchpad working. It's just not yet. We have to get everything set up so that it can run. So give this a minute. So if it is loading like that, I want you to click on continue and then go back, because you got to select the correct language. Find your language. Actually, country. Sorry about that. So find your country, United States. Then click continue. Check the US keyboard. Continue. And here's the part. So you should have switched out your Wi-Fi card already. It says Wi-Fi isn't working, but we'll get that set up. So I want you to click the last option. My computer does not connect to the internet. Trust me. We'll get that working. Just not right now. Click continue. Click continue. Do not transfer any information now. It's important when you're thinking about, when you're choosing some of these options, to remember that this process does not want to be done by Apple. Apple does not want people to be installing Mac on Windows computers because they're losing money. So please do not transfer from a Mac or any other, because they can see stuff like that. So click continue. Click agree. So now here, this is the personal aspect of the video. You're going to type in your full name, your real name, your account name you're not going to do nothing with. And after you type in your full name, the account name will appear on its own. Don't type nothing in there. Then click the password here and here. Your password goes in. And then you can put in the hint box, you can put a hint that helps you remember your password. But with me, what I like to do is that I like to write a quote. So do that. I'm gonna give you a minute to do that. Pause the video, and then we'll be right back together. I'm gonna go ahead and type in my information. So I'm gonna put the camera down. Also, if you want to change the picture or take a picture of yourself, click on the picture next to it and click on camera and take a picture of yourself. Click on edit and go down to camera and smile for the camera. If you also don't want to do that right now, you can always take a picture later that you'll see every time you log in. So make sure you look nice. Then click continue. As we see, it's creating my account. Good. So here we have the next screen, which is the Express setup. We're getting closer to Mac. Click continue. And now Mac is going to set up. During this time, it's important that you let Mac configure itself to work on your machine. So this is going to take a few minutes, and I'm just going to record its processes. I'm not touching anything. My USB mouse is to the side here because my trackpad is not working. We're going to get everything set up, but it's important to pay attention. Look, Hackintosh zone warning: do not restart or touch your computer. Just leave the computer. It'll let you know when it's finishing. You'll see a lot of stuff popping up. Do not touch the computer. You gotta wait till everything is done. It's doing its work. Doesn't it look beautiful? Great. So let it do its work. It's installing. It's repairing permissions. So just give it some time. Don't click anything. To anybody that's new to Mac, that's how our notifications appear. They come off the right side of the screen. And they come up like this. So right here is notifying me that it's repairing the computer so that it can work on the Dell Latitude e7440. So we're going to let us do the work. While that's getting set up, I'm going to talk about what we have to do. So everything that I show you in the video, a link is going to be in the description, and you're going to have to download those files in a separate computer to download those files to put on another USB. That USB only needs a little bit of space, so like 4 gig or 2 gig, but you do not need a lot of space for the second USB. It just has to be a USB with a small amount of space, and you need to download those files on an external computer where you can access the internet, because right now the internet does not work on this yet. We have to get the Wi-Fi working, and then the graphics are laggy, so we're going to get that working, plus the audio headphone jack is not working, so you'll have to buy an external piece, which is under $10. You do not have to get a one like this. I'm actually buying another one because this one is kind of a little bit annoying, but it does the job. I'm getting a smaller one that blends in with the laptop, but this one was about $4 off of eBay, but you can get you a better one for about $10 that doesn't have a piece like a plug. It just goes straight into the laptop, and it looks like a small mini pen drive, USB drive. that actually has a headphone jack. So here we can see that you can plug a headphone jack or a mic in here. So you'll see Safari open up. Safari is the internet browser. And it's almost done. It's trying to fix iCloud. So what you need to do is take your external mouse and click fix it. Type in the password. Type in the password that you have for your computer. And click OK. So next click close. And over here, press the red X. So now we got that working. Here to the side, we see it's done. It says Hackintosh zone done. And now we're going to get started. So everything I'm going to leave in the description for you to be able to download. I want you to exit out of here. Exit out of settings. I want you to exit out. I want you to exit out of Safari. Here. So Safari is going to open back up. Exit out again. A lot of things are going to pop up just for the first time being, because Mac just got set up and it's excited for you to be on it. So now it says keyboard setup. So you're going to click on it, click continue, and then first it says right here, click the key that's immediately to the right of the shift key on the left side of the keyboard. So for this first time, you're going to click on Z. Press key Z. Now, you're going to go to the right shift key, and you're going to click this one, the question mark. And then this is going to come up. ANSI, United States and Others. Make sure that's, and then you click done. Beautiful. So the next part of the process, you should have downloaded all files in the description. And now you're going to drag those files that I have linked in the description. You're going to have the touchpad text. You're going to have the graphics text in there. And you're going to have the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth text. So they're going to come in compressed folders. And I'm going to leave all the download links in the description. So here, my USB is coming up on the desktop, as you can see. I'm going to double click on it. And just give me one moment to get all the correct files on the desktop for you. I don't want you to get confused, so just give me one moment. So the first two files that we're going to deal with are the Voodoo PS2 controller ALPX.kex, and then the macOS High Sierra BCM Bluetooth fix. So the Voodoo is for the touchpad. This one is to get the touchpad working, and then this folder is to get the Wi-Fi working. So, in terms of that, what we're going to do is first, we're going to go down here. It's important to realize that the graphics aren't working yet. So just be patient with it. It's going to look a little funny. But just give it time. We'll get everything fixed. You're going to click right here to take it to the second screen. Click on the second circle. And then you're going to open up Text Wizard. Don't worry if you don't have all the same things as me. Just click on Text Wizard. It's going to look funny. It's okay. It might be a little laggy. Just give it a minute. You're going to click on Installation. And then you're going to drag the Voodoo driver inside here. And then you're going to go inside the High Sierra, the macOS High Sierra, the BCM folder, the BCM4352. You're going to double click and open up that folder. Move it to the side a little. And move this window to the side so that they're separate and you can see everything. You're going to highlight these first 4 files. Make sure you're paying attention. And then you're going to drag them to this window. And it should have a green plus. So here you should have a total of 5 files. So you're taking 4, not the RTF. Only these first 4 out the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi folder. And you're going to take those and drag it to here. And you're dragging the Voodoo here. You're going to not click install yet. Do not click install yet. Go back to Launchpad. This one with the little rocket. You're going to go up to EFI Mounter. Click on it. Then, once it opens, make sure it says SATA. Click Mount EFI. You should see a little notice that says EFI Mounter. It has been mounted. Great. After you have mounted the EFI, now you can click install. Type in your password and click OK. These are installing the drivers, which we call Kext on a Mac. On Windows, we call it drivers, but on Mac, they use Kext files. You see it says .kext. That's the same thing as a driver, just for a Mac. Once it's done, click OK. X out of here. X out of here. X out of those. Move this to the side because we might need it. If it didn't work, we might have to go back. Click the Apple symbol. Click shut down and press enter. This is going to shut your computer down. Give it a minute to turn off. We do not want to click restart. We want to shut down and then turn it back on. Here, now, since it's shut down, you're going to press the power key. It's going to boot back up. We're going to see the boot screen. You might have a different number of options, but it's going to say boot Mac OS from whatever you named it. Remember when you erased the disk, you named it something, but it's usually going to be the first option anyway. So click enter. Let it do its work to boot up. This is how you'll boot up every time. You'll see this text is getting it set up. We're hoping that the Wi-Fi and touchpad will work. So it's looking good. So let me see if my touchpad is working. And my touchpad is now working. So there you can see me. I did my username and everything. So now I'm going to type in my password. And we're going to log back in. Give me 1 second. So you're going to see that. That's because we don't have the graphics working yet. Okay. So now up here, if you installed the Wi-Fi card correctly, you should see your Wi-Fi up here. It's not black yet. I want you to click on it and find your network. I want you to click on it, find your network, and then sign in. Okay, give me 1 second to do that. I'm going to sign into my network. Just give me 1 second. Remember, all download links will be in the description so that you can access all these files. Remember to do it in the exact order that I'm telling you so that everything can be ensured to work correctly. So now I got my Wi-Fi working. My audio, if you click the audio key, the audio should be working. The speakers will work. The headphone jack will not work. So you will have to buy an external piece to make the headphone jack work, which is under $10. And then now we have problems with the graphics. If you see, it looks a little funny. It's laggy. When I go to Launchpad, it's doing weird things. So when I open this up, look, it's doing weird stuff that it should never be doing. So yours is going to look like that too. Don't freak out. Just go back out of it, click somewhere. And I want you to click on Safari. Go to google.com to make sure your internet is working. And then you're going to go and download the files that I'm telling you. So type this in Google. HD4400 graphics High Sierra. High Sierra. Click enter. Then you're going to come down and go to install Intel HD Graphics 3000. It's going to be the textviewer.com one. So I'm going to give you a minute to see that. You're going to click on that one. So it's text viewer. It should look like this. I don't want you to read it. I want you to follow me. All I need you to do is come here, go to all tools and click on that download link that's next to it. It's going to bring you to this page. What I want you to do is to click on the Intel HD graphics one, this one. The Intel HD graphics kex.zip and press download. It's going to pop up there at the bottom. Did you see that little animation? So you're going to go to the folder near the garbage can. It's going to pop up. And then we're going to click on that folder and it'll open up. So here, we have different files here. It's important because we're not using everything here. So now I want you to minimize Safari with the yellow. It's going to go there. I want you to go up here to the search bar. And I want you to type in EFI mounter. Press enter. Make sure it's on SATA. And mount your EFI again. It showed up in the corner. So good. We know it's mounted. Then you can X out of there. Now, I want you to go back up to the search bar. Backspace. Now, we're going to go to KEXT, K-E-X-T, Wizard. Press enter. We don't want to check or automatically update anything. So press don't check. We mounted the EFI already. So go to installation now. And I want you to highlight the fake PCID HD, the fake PCID Intel HD graphics, and the fake PCID.kex. We're not using the fake SMC. This one, exit out. We're not using it. So just leave it alone and don't worry about this folder. We're only using these three that I have highlighted here. Sorry about that. Bring this window right here so that you can see both. I want you to drag those three to this window here, okay? I want you to press install. Type in your password. Press OK. Let it do its work. Okay. Press OK. X out. Now, X out. Now you have to pay very, very, very close attention here. Because this is the only way we will get the graphics working. I want you to come down to the Finder, this man with the smiley face. Click on that. I want you to go to EFI under Devices. I want you to open up EFI. And then I want you to open up the Clover folder. I want you to find config.plist. This one that my cursor is over. Config.plist. I want you to right click on it. Right click on it. Open with Clover Configurator. Default. It's going to open this up. Hold on. Pick skip this version. And then now, don't click anything. Listen. Now, what you're going to do is that you're going to go to graphics. You're going to go over here to this option right here. IG Platform ID in the corner here. IG Platform ID. I want you to go over there, click this piece, the two arrows, and I want you to go up, put your cursor up, near the little arrow, just a little bit at a time. Keep on going up till you see this option. The one that I have highlighted is the one you're going to click on. Make sure you have this option, the long one. For HD 44, this one. Okay? So it should say this. Give you a second to make sure you selected the right one. So remember. You're going to go. Make sure it's this one under Haswell. Click it. Then go over here and click Inject Intel. Make sure Inject Intel is highlighted or it will not work. Next, you're going to go up to Devices. We're going to go under Fake ID. And you're going to go into Intel GFX. Click that box. Now, it's important to type what I'm typing. Type in, everything is lowercase. 0, X, 0, 4, 1, 2, 8, 0, 8, 6. Give you a minute to read that. 0, X, 0, 4, 1, 2, 8, 0, 8, 6. So that's under the Devices, under Fake ID, and Intel GFX. 0x0 412 8086. If you do not type in this correctly or exactly like I have it, it will not work. I want you to go back to the graphics. Make sure you have Inject Intel selected or your graphics will not work. And for IG platform, make sure it's this option and that you selected the longest one. It should say this. And then now what I want you to do, I want you to press red to exit out and press OK. So now you're going to cross your fingers and pray that this works. So now we're going to shut down. And then after it shuts down, we're going to start the computer back up. So it's shutting down now. So now it's shut down. My light is on because it has the charger plugged in, but it's off. So now I'm going to turn it back on. You're going to click the first option that you named it. Press enter, and then we're going to see all this come up. Now, as you see, it should be working. Type in your password. We have a beautiful background now. We still have one more thing to fix. So now everything should be working with the graphics. So the only things that aren't working are the FaceTime and iMessage. Those two aren't working. I think something has to do with Apple and this being a non-Apple machine and us being able to get it work. I think they have disabled something. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to just delete those two out of the dock. If I ever am able to get it working, I'll do another video on how to get it to work. But for now, I haven't been able to make it work. So we're going to right click it and press remove from dock. And we're going to press remove from dock for the iMessage. Everything else is working here. Now I want you to go to System Preferences. I want you to go to Display. I want you to go to Scaled. I want you to change it to 1600 by 1900. Then I want you to go back. And I like dark mode. That way I can see. But now you have your fully functional Mac. I'm going to show you how to get the headphone jack working. And then you should be off on your way. So I want you to go to ebay.com. All the links will be in the description. And then type in USB headphone jack. And we see the one that I have is right here. But if you don't want an external plug, I would recommend this one, the pluggable for 10. This one has really good reviews. And then it only takes up a little bit of space. So that's how you get the headphone jack working. Right now, I have this one, but I'm buying the pluggable one because I don't like how this one hangs. But this is how you get the headphone jack to work. And now you have a fully functional Mac. I thank you for tuning in with me. I hope everything goes well. If you have any problems with the computer, I'll be sure to give you all my knowledge and help with it. Just leave your comments in the description. And please make sure you subscribe for more Mac videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.